Hello everybody! We are doing our full playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV Patch 5.3. Here we're about to start recording, and we are doing something a little bit different today, so a lot of you may watch me over on twitch.tv Bird of Chess, which is where we usually live broadcast, but I decided to start in putting all these installments of the main story quest and or new story content that comes out onto YouTube and in video format because I want you to be able to watch whenever you're ready for spoilers and all that good stuff, but also get to enjoy it myself day of. So you'll probably see a lot more of these coming in the future. If you are curious about watching me do the other content, including the 24-man and other side content, definitely be sure to check us out while we're live on Twitch. Don't mind the sounds of sweet Chicago in the background here. That's sort of what we deal with. We can't do the siren emotes today, but they'll be living in our heart since this will be a video upload. But everybody, I hope that you enjoy 5.3 when you get to it. There's so much to look forward to, and we don't even have the relic weapon yet, but I know that here, from what I've heard, the main story quest is supposed to take us about 6 hours? So buckle in, get yourself a drink. We'll see what happens. We may break this up into multiple parts, but I'm really excited to go through it all for the very first time. And you can also catch me talking about it on Aetherite Radio, Gamerscape's Final Fantasy XIV podcast. We'll be doing that this weekend, or for anybody else, go check out that channel if you haven't seen it yet. You can catch it in the archives if this is long past when the actual release date was, to give a more formal sort of review of everything that we thought, to sort of talk about what the patch had to offer, and then to get more into the discussion of all the different types of content that we got in the patch. So this will just be our story playthrough. Spoilers ahead for anybody who might not have guessed, but we're going to be working on it all together and seeing what the story has in store for us. Alright, so here we go. I am showing off a little bit of the new Gold Saucer Dance. If anybody hasn't seen this, it's now a book that you can get in the prize purchase, the first one. If you go to the other category, you can get the Bee's Knees Dance. Which is pretty cute though, if I can be honest with everybody. Like the little winky face. Hold up, wait for it, wait for it. Winky. It's good though, it's good though. We're gonna start the very first quest, which here starts with In the Name of the Light and the Crystarium Pendants. So, hold on to your butts, everybody. Here we go, I guess. I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I feel ready. We've been waiting so long for this with quarantine. I honestly felt kind of nervous this morning. I was like, oh my gosh, it's actually happening. Okay. I guess my life might be different after this, I don't really know. We've waited for 3 months, and it's supposed to take 6+ hours to get through these, so maybe I'll be the same on the other side, who knows? Let's see together, I guess. In the Name of the Light, the manager of Sweets is looking a little anxious. Some things have happened. Except. And I will be reading these out as we go. Ah, Mistress d'Aubigny, will you be venturing forth today? Do be sure to take care of so. Though they say the star shower was harmless, one can never be too careful. But I concede, it is not for me to tell the Warrior of Darkness how to look after herself. Old habits, you understand? Ah, Valka, how very opportune. Greetings, my friend. Do you perchance have a moment to spare? For you, anytime, Sephiroth Hair. He actually has some interesting dialogue before this patch, or if you've talked to him since and you go up in the library. I'm not sure if it'll be the same once we get through this patch, but he had some, like, additional things in there. Wonderful, wonderful. I wanted to thank you, you see, for revealing to us the truth of the Warriors of Light. After all these years, your tale set the record straight. Finally, the people see them as the great heroes they were. Or the great hero he is, in the case of Ardbert. You too were surprised to see him, I think. Yeah, well, it's not our boy. It's a different boy dressed as our boy. A not-so-good, dirty, nasty boy. At the time, I was not certain what to make of it all, but I could see the effect his words had on those around me. And then the stars rained down from the sky and, well, you know the rest. Very stoic stare. When the commotion died down, you were nowhere to be seen, but I was determined to express my gratitude, and so here I am. Thank you, Valka, for giving voice to the truth and restoring the Warriors of Light to their rightful place in history. Should you perhaps wish to have your account of these matters committed to writing, I would be more than willing to serve as your scribe. Indeed, if there is anything I can do to help, anything at all, you need only say the word. Morin's a good boy, though, is the thing. Also, how fun would it be if at some point you actually did get to sit down and transcribe to him and you could, like, pick different little choices that would affect your quest log? That'd be good, though. That'd be good, though. We're flashing back for a little bit of a recap to 5.2, just in case you forgot about faux Ardbert, meteor shower, the echo awakening in everybody. Suddenly Warriors of Light for days. Very well. Tell me what the situation is like in the city. That's my Viera voice. We gotta do our best with it. The situation in the city? Do you mean the people's awakening as Warriors of Light? Well, while questions remain about the circumstances surrounding Ardbert's return, history tells us that what took place may not be entirely unprecedented. But to understand that requires an understanding of Warriors of Light, a broader Vrantic context. If it please you, I should be glad to provide an overview. I flatter myself that it may grant you a better grasp of that which is occurring not only in the Crystarium, but the world at large. Excellent. I shall return to the cabinet at once and look up the relevant texts. Pray join me at your earliest convenience. No rest for the righteous, it would seem. Do not let me keep you, miss. I bid you a pleasant day. Goodbye, sir. First quest of 5.3 accepted. Bring it on. I'm in it to win it now. So next we need to go speak with Morin, who we will see. Probably my guess is he gonna be in the library, but let's check and make sure. Yeah, Cabinet of Curiosity. This library, though, is so good. And every time I come in here, I just want to be like a big RP nerd and just stand by the shelves, like, checking. Ah, Valka, excellent timing. I have but this moment finished gathering the materials for our lesson. As a great many works may reference to the Warriors of Light, I shall, with your permission, focus only upon the details that seem most relevant. The twins! And Reen! The Warriors of Light, you say? Forgive us, but we couldn't help overhearing. Hey, good boy, how's it going? We've been out keeping watch over the Crystarium, but it appears to be business as usual. So I thought I'd spend some time brushing up my knowledge of familiars, and I know how to read his name, I promise we'll retake it again. And this boy, who's my brother, volunteered to help. So I thought I'd spend some time brushing up my knowledge of familiars, and Alphinaud volunteered to help. I actually came on a different errand, but I'd be interested in hearing about the Warriors of Light as well. May I join you? We got so many fancy British accents that we're going to be juggling, everybody. Of course, of course. The more the merrier. This is like the White Hair Club, except for Reen, who's been exiled because now she's just a normal boy again. If you would care to find a table below, I shall be down with the books in a moment. We all gonna learn some history real good. It's like story time. All the lights dim, the music gets quiet, everybody gather around to mourn. Were one to pore over the annals of Rantic history, one would note the comparatively frequent recurrence of individuals hailed as warriors of light. Ardbert and his comrades require no introduction, but many others bore the epithet long before them. To name but a few, there was Tolthawil, legendary first king of Lakeland. Hold up. Is he the one that you fight that comes out of the painting in our just got phased out of expert roulette dungeon? Because you definitely do see one of the past kings. Oh, no. I guess that would be, that would have been one of the other lands. That's interesting, though. I wonder if maybe there's going to be any reference to something in that dungeon, though. Legendary first king of Lakeland. Rodfert and Solard, the fabled Drawn and Gulgent duo of Vobert. And no list of Rantic heroes would be complete without the Archmage Tuna of Ronka. In older texts, she too was called a warrior of light. She is interesting, and I am curious about her. It did surprise me how ready people were to forget the negative associations of the title, but it makes sense if it's been around for centuries. Verily, in ages past it was simply a synonym for hero. Kind of like it is on the source still. In the wake of the flood, however, light came to be regarded with fear. The title used not to exalt, but to revile. A far cry from its beginnings. Bugs. Ooh, and good art, though. Oh, dang! I need posters! I need prints! That's super cool. This, my friends, is Norvrant's oldest epic, the original tale of the struggle between good and evil. Or at least light and dark, right? In a time when all lay shrouded in darkness, a prophesied hero rose to deliver the world from its doom. Fighting in the name of light, the hero styled himself its foot soldier, and thus did he come to be known as the Warrior of Light. Curiously, in the centuries that followed, other heroes who appeared to claim the selfsame epithet, despite sharing no discernible connection with their predecessors. And in time, the Warrior of Light came to be a name accorded to all men and women of uncommon skill and valor. So perhaps it's something that Heidelin herself, which we know, bestows upon people, as opposed to it being like a title or lineage that kind of passes down from one to the other, right? Well, the plot thickens. As you know, the title of Warrior of Light is also used in the source. Though the manners in which individuals have earned it are many and varied, heroes have been honored thus since antiquity. Nor does the custom show any sign of dying out, as you can well attest. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? It surely can't be a coincidence. Indeed not. Let us imagine a man who is awakened to the echo and is able to hear Heidelin's voice. As she styles him, so too does he style himself, a warrior of light. Of course, being blessed with the echo does not in itself make one a hero, and conversely, there will have been no few heroes who were not blessed with it. But such distinctions are immaterial to the masses, and over time they came to use the title Warrior of Light and the word hero interchangeably. Sounds about right. It would be interesting to see if the theory holds true in the other worlds, if crossing the rift were that easy. I'm waiting. I'm like, come on, use the crystal tower, go to the void, I need to know. What's in a name? Little bit of a Shakespeare reference in there. What's in a name? It doesn't change anything. Well, I think a name can mean a lot. Coming from Reed, oh my god, what a good line. Oh, that is so perfect. And I imagine it would be terrible to have people call you something which didn't feel right. At any rate, assuming all of this is true, and there's a common thread between the epithet, I doubt the Asians will have been amused. To have the world at large associate light, and by extension Hydaelyn, with good, must have added insult to injury. Yeah. I mean, the Asians, there's so much to think about coming out of Amorat and everything we've learned. While this discussion is undeniably fascinating, I wonder, should I be privy to it? Mayhap it would be better if I excused myself. Oh, no need for that, my friend. Pray, accept our apologies. Your lesson on the Warriors of Light has given us much to ponder. Oh, did someone say Warriors of Light? Oh! Who is this? Who is this little girl? Oh no, she's small and precious. Do I have to have another baby Makote to get added in with Chloe and Zoe now? Riqi-Tio, are you alright? No. That face was such a 2020 mood. Are you okay? No, I am not. Oh, my precious tomes. Oh, did I not say you must take care in the cabinet? You have to forgive her. Look at how cute she is. You too, Arkil. Irewell. We're sorry, Master Morin. Aren't you? Demi? The Warrior of Darkness? My name's Riqi-Tio, and I want to help everyone. Please, tell me what I have to do to be a hero, to be a warrior of light. Like, you don't want that responsibility? Trust me, little kitten, you do not want it. Oh, she's so cute! Oh, no! Look, I thought we were gonna have to be scared for good old Rock Candyman, aka my #1 good boy Grahatia. But it turns out that maybe I have a new tiny Makote that I must adopt and love and treasure forever. And now I'm a little bit worried about this. Okay, let's try and find an angle where everybody can maybe see Riqi-Tio here. So, I want to be a warrior of light, but not one that fights with a sword and all that. No, I want to be the kind that fights with potions and heals people. An apothecary. Healer for next expansion maybe dropped? Chemist. Everybody's been talking about chemist, but apothecary I could see. And I'm going to help everyone in the Crystarium. No, in all of Norvrant. When I told Arkil and Iwo this, they said that the cabinet should have lots of tomes about potions. But this place is so big, and we don't have the faintest idea where to begin searching. At this rate, I'm not going to get anywhere. If one knew where to look, one should indeed be able to find treatises on potions here. Even so, I fear they may prove a little difficult for one so young. You like 5, Alphinaud, you hold on. You like 5. Don't crush this adorable girl's dreams. He's not 5, I know he's older than that, but let's be real, he's looked 5 for a long time now. But, esteemed warrior of darkness, perhaps you might accompany young Riqi-Tio to Spagirix? Putting me through my pronunciation. Rather than through tomes, I believe she stands to learn more by observing the Cherugians at their work. Sounds like a plan. It seems we finished here, so we'll come with you. I do always try to give Alphinaud a slightly higher voice and Alisae a slightly lower, cooler voice. Because I feel like it does portray something about both of them. It definitely feels more natural to me. Yes, look, Valka might be an intense, tall Amazonian Vieira woman, but you know she gonna run with this adorable little Mikote child, and it's gonna happen, 110%. Last one to Spagirix is a rotten egg. Ha! I'll have you know I'm really fast. You're gonna be the rotten egg. No, you are. Oh, my man Morin over here really checking out that 2B booty. Sorry, buddy. I didn't even notice you were there. I standing right in front of it. Oh gosh, we got a whole bunch of people we need to talk to. Casimar's medicines work really well. I just wish they didn't taste so bad. After you finished helping Riqi, can you help us become warriors of light too? It appears there aren't so many patients at the moment. I only pray that such peaceful days continue. A warrior who fights with potions. Well, it's certainly innovative. I prefer a blade myself, but to each her own. We're totally getting apothecary. It's happening. I'm sorry. I feel like this is just confirming it so much. See how her eyes shine, my friend. We have made her day. Okay, look, I'm just saying that theoretically, way in the future, when Alphinaud is undoubtedly a dad, it's gonna be cute. It's gonna be so cute, though. Also, Siren's going by, so I'm gonna pause for a second for the recording. Chicago singing the song of its people. Asian machination or no, it wouldn't do to dash the dreams of one so young. The Exarch would feel the same, I believe. Right! I'm here! What do I do? What do I do? Here we go! Also, thank you for this Femrugadin, who really is truly a gift in front of us. That's the good stuff right there. That's the good stuff right there. Oh gosh, what voice are we gonna give Casimile? Well now, to what do I owe the pleasure of so many bright... Nope, we'll redo that. Let's try a different one. Let's see, okay. Well now, to what do I owe the pleasure of so many bright-eyed visitors? Is that the way of it, sweetie? You wish to learn about medicine? That's right! I want to become a warrior of light who uses potions to help people all over the world! Well, that is a very noble endeavor, and you aren't alone in it. No few at our infirmary yearn to venture forth as warriors of light. But, ultimately, they have all decided not to pursue that dream. Huh? Why? Because the people here need them too, sweetie. The guards who place themselves in harm's way to keep us safe, the artisans who toil tirelessly that we might sustain our way of life, and younglings like you, who are the future of the Crystarium. They couldn't simply abandon them, you see. And so, difficult though it was, they made the decision to remain. Then, does this mean my dream isn't any good? Oh, sweetie, yours is a wonderful dream, and it would be my pleasure to help you pursue it. If we all work hard, the day will come when our Cherugians may set forth to aid folk in every corner of the realm. As we strive towards that day, I hope that we can rely upon you as well. Though, I must warn you, ours is not an easy path. No, you must work very, very hard. Her little ears! I really hope that all 6 hours of this patch is not just me squealing over how cute Riqi-Tio is, but that might be it, and that might be what we're in for. We'll just have to see as we go here. I'm not afraid of hard work. I'll become the best apothecary ever, just you watch! That's the spirit. Without further ado then, may I entrust you with a task? I have placed an order at Sweet Sea for a potion ingredient, and I would like you to go and collect it. Oh, an ingredient! Leave it to me, miss! My, such an abundance of energy. Though I can't help wonder if she'll be alright by herself. My apologies, but would you mind accompanying her? When you arrive at Sweet Steve, speak with a woman named Gracine. She will point you in the right direction. I'll do it. I shall join you. As the one who suggested this course to Riqi-Tio, I would assist her in her first steps. Good boys are good boys are good boys in this patch so far. And what about the two of you? Are you coming along too? Well, we do want to become warriors of light, just not the same kind as Riqi. So we'll wait for you here, warrior of darkness. When you return, please teach us how to fight. You like 5. I know I let the twin 5-year-olds fight, but you two aren't even Elizant. Well, one is. Okay, the one that's an Elizant, you might be older than 5, so maybe you can learn how to fight. Other one though, you human, you definitely 5 years old. In that case, Reen and I shall keep them company, and take the opportunity to ask about their aspirations. Valka's like, thank you. Yes, keep them distracted. Alright, continuing in the name of the light, we need to go speak to Gracine. But I think it's actually outside, probably by, there's sort of the crop beds that are being watered. Yeah! Oh, that's fun. I like that they took us over here, because this is one of my favorite little details about the Crystarium. And did you know that the sprinklers are actually on a timer? I think they talked about that in a live letter, I'm not sure, but the Crystarium actually has its own sort of like timetable of things that happen in it, and little things will trigger around it, which is really neat. Okay. I was also hoping that maybe at some point they would take us down below, because there's also the really cool underground growing area that seems like it would be such a good setting for quests. Oh, if it isn't the Warrior of Darkness herself. May I assume you are with Master Alphinaud? Right. Lest you wonder, Casamile's order is for grapes. As busy as we have been of late, however, I regret to say we didn't have the time to harvest them. So it was with apologies that I asked Master Alphinaud and his young companion to help themselves to the fruits on the vine. Perhaps you could lend them a hand? It's the undersized grapes you'll want to pick. They're too small for normal consumption, but suitable for making wine and medicine. Great picking with the best boys. Undersized grapes. I don't know why the fact that they are labeled undersized grapes delights me so much, but it does. Oh, there you are. As it turns out, the ingredient still wants for harvesting, so we are going about that now. I like that if Alphinaud can sort of make things a little bit longer, a little bit more arduous in the phrasing, he always does. It's not just like, we're picking grapes. It's like, they still want for the harvesting. So we're getting in there. And we have Riqi-Tio over here, so let's hear what this good girl has to say. Are these small enough? If they can fit in the palm of your tiny hand, they good. One bunch of undersized grapes. 2 bunch of undersized grapes. I do like that they kind of tried to almost make this this isn't your fetch quest. You're just taking pity on this super adorable Mikote, and you will help her out of the goodness of your heart. Not that you, a hero, are being asked to fetch quests anymore. Oh, you're here too? We're picking little grapes. It's quite fun. Hand those grapes over. Wow! You've picked this many already? Amazing! Your little tiny tail! I dare say we have enough between us. Shall we take them back to Casamile? Ooh, I can't wait to see what she's going to do with them! Tell me, Riqi, what made you want to become an apothecary and warrior of light? Why? Well, a while ago I felt sick, really sick. My body was burning up and I felt so weak I couldn't even get out of bed. Then a traveling apothecary came and gave me a potion to drink. It was the foulest thing I'd ever tasted, but it made me get better. She was so brave. The apothecary, I mean. She went around taking care of people, even when it was dangerous, and I decided I wanted to help people just like her. So I started brewing potions out of grass and giving them to my friends, but I didn't really know what I was doing, or if there was anything else I could do. Then, not long ago, a neighbor told me he was going to become a warrior of light and go traveling the world helping people, and I thought that's the same as what I want to do. I like this too because Alphinaud was totally that idealistic kid at one point. You know, everybody gives him so much crap for the Crystal Braves, and rightfully so, because that was literally the stupidest thing that any person has thought of ever. But you can kind of see him, I think, like in Heavensward, he kind of goes through this bitter journey, and, you know, obviously with Estinian kind of has that like jaded older voice, and I think Alphinaud sort of realizes the ways in which he's been foolish or cocky. But I kind of like getting to see him also embrace some more of that idealism that he once had, and maybe see the goodness of that, even as we are kind of worried about, you know, what all these warriors of light running around will actually do. So it's nice. It's a good journey for him, I think. I see. Out of curiosity, what did your neighbor do in the end? Thaler? Oh. I haven't seen him for a bit. So he must already be out there looking for people to help. Maybe. Thaler, one of the gods awakened by the star shower. Thank you for sharing your tale with us, Riqi-Tio. I myself took inspiration from one not unlike your traveling apothecary, and I hope a good example will spur you on to realize your dreams. But it will not be done in a day. Such lofty goals are reached through hard work and persistence, through countless little acts of heroism, like delivering the grapes to Kessamile. You good boy. You good boy. He grown up so much. It would seem I have been laboring under misapprehension. I had convinced myself that it was Elidibus who had sowed the desire to become warriors of light within the hearts of the people. But I see now that the impulse to aid their fellow man abided within them from the first. Elidibus did no more than give it a name. And as he so kindly proclaimed, we must return to our own world ere long. With the Exarch laboring tirelessly, I doubt not but that a way will be found. Yet I believe I speak for us all when I say, I cannot leave in good conscience, not until we have dealt with Elidibus. This is no longer a strange and distant land, after all. Norvrant has become a home to us, and her people our own. We'll just open the gate real wide, and then everybody can go back and forth, and then we can all just go to a whole bunch of different places and planes and different shards, right? Let us return to Spagirix. It wouldn't do to keep your admirers waiting. Oh, it got kind of cloudy. And the ominous pan of the Crystal Tower. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous, guys. I'm so nervous, everybody. Alright. I wonder if Grassine has anything to say after that. She does! That's fun. My apologies again for failing to have the grapes ready. Next time, please, let us treat you to the pick of the crop. You're fine, Grassine. We're used to it. I'm just glad we got to come over here in this cool kind of like botanist area. It's very neat. Okay, so next up, we're going back to Spagirix. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Spaghettios. Spagyrix. Spagarix. It's one of those. It's somewhere in there, everybody. Of course, when we're playing on White Mage, we don't have our good Bard and Machinist speed boost, so just a little bit slower. Although, did everybody notice with the patch notes that Rescue has actually been changed a bit? We didn't talk about this in Aetherite Radio, but I was actually surprised. It seems like it's going to be applicable for more rescues out of stuns and things like that now. Now, of course, I'll have to see how that is actually in practice and double check the notes myself. But I was glad to see that because we were talking about that this tier with raiding, that I was sitting there going, half the time when I would want to use rescue, I can't because somebody is stunned or, you know, whatever it is, which can be pretty frustrating. Let's see what they talked about while we were away. Riqi didn't make you drink one of our grass potions. Oh, this is the other guy, sorry. Take 2. Riqi didn't make you drink one of her grass potions, did she? Huzzah, you're back. We're ready to start learning. After chatting with Arca and Arwell here, we came to an agreement, but I'll let them explain their requests themselves. Riqi-Tio has delivered her grapes, as have I. Thanks for helping me with the grapes, Warrior of Darkness. In return, I promise to brew you a potion one day. Cutest thing ever. Game ends. Last thing you do in all of Final Fantasy XIV is Riqi-Tio gives you a potion. Riqi-Tio was beaming with pride when she returned. It may only have been a simple task, but she won't soon forget this achievement. My thanks for your help, sweetie. We now have the ingredients we require. From the grapes we shall make a vinegar, to which we will add elfgrass and a few other herbs to produce an invigorating syrup. Though it's unspeakably sour, it does wonders for the constitution. This is my trying to shake up the fantasy British accent with a sort of French-adjacent accent. I apologize, everybody. I do my best to make characters have distinctive voices, but I'm not very good at accents, so please bear with me. Know that I wish I was better at them as well. As part of his studies, I may just have to give Riqi-Tio a little taste. Quest complete, helping children realize their dreams. Speak with the guard captain at the Hoplon. What's everybody say now? My thanks for bringing this lively little one to us. I shall do my best to make an apothecary out of her. Thanks for helping with the grapes, Warrior of Darkness. That's the same thing I said. I think maybe everybody else has same dialogue. Yes, okay. We'll go Irwell this time. Heroic dreams. Irwell staring you down. Warrior of Darkness, if you finished helping Riqi, won't you show us some fighting? Not play fighting, but honest to God's fighting. We already have some enemies that you can deal with. Vampire bats. The guards say they've become a pest around the Crystarium of late. We tried to sneak outside to hunt them, but the guards caught us and sent us home. But they shouldn't mind if you were doing the fighting and we were just watching. The children told us as much while you were away. And in preparation, Casimile kindly furnished us with some lures for the bats. While the creatures won't give you any sport, bear in mind that the younglings will be watching. That's to say, put on a good show, yes? Right. Let's head outside at once. Everyone follow me. And Alisae grown up too. Everybody grown up so fast. Alisae, wait just a... Oh. Come on then, children. Everybody's so cute, though. It should be safe enough for the children here. We've heard the tales, but at last we can see you fight with our own eyes. We've been waiting for you, Warrior of Darkness. Everyone's here. Good. Let's get started, shall we? As their name suggests, vampire bats feed on blood, and originally being nocturnal creatures, they've grown more active with the return of night and become a nuisance. To draw them out, we'll use Casimile's lures, which work by exploiting their heat-seeking behavior. The bats are wont to nest under the eaves, so you'll like to attract more if you place the lures near buildings. I have here 6 lures, 3 each for you and me. As proof of successful kill, I want you to gather up their fangs. Whoever connects the most is the winner. Oh? You're hunting too? Yes, well, there's nothing like friendly competition to bring out the best in Valka. Alisae is such a little, like, hero complex, hero crush on the Warrior of Light. It's so cute. Anyway, while we hunt the bats, the two of you are to stay with Reen. She's really strong too, and will keep you safe. Reen's like, me? Without further ado then, let the contest begin. I also feel like Alisae is somebody who's really driven to push herself, you know? Push herself more than the strongest person she knows, which is kind of like the Warrior of Light. So I think that she sort of measures her success by the Warrior of Light. But that's such a, like a terrible thing to try and measure up to, you know what I mean? That's like so much, that's so much to have to try and live up to. Now, I'm wondering if there's something here. No, okay. I didn't know if they were gonna make us like listen to what Alisae said and find the best spot to get the most bats, but it looks like we just need to get 3 of them, so it doesn't really matter. We'll see, though. Get him! Oh my gosh. It doesn't just die with 1 hit! Here, we'll help out some of the other, fam that are hanging out over here, too. It all goes faster if you use a healthy dose of holy. Alright, so we're gonna mount back up. Where are other ones? We've got one up here. I think there is one down there, though. We're about halfway between either. We'll go down. It's funny because when Shadowbringers first came out, everybody was talking about how the switch between the normal music and the combat music is so jarring. And it definitely was for me for about like 3/4 of Shadowbringers. And then somewhere along the line, I just accepted it. And now I can't, like, it would be weird to me if I didn't hear it in the background. I know a lot of people disabled it. I'll get some damage over time on them. Alright, there we go. So I guess some more. Now I go to one other spot. There's another one down here. What am I doing? Oh my god. I can just fly! I'm over here like, get to the next quest marker. It almost feels like we have a new expansion. My brain is on a different planet. It's been so long since we had story. Wow, that was amazing. The bats didn't stand a chance. We got those bats so good. Well fought, Valka. The children were hanging on your every move. As was I, to be honest. Though I know the tally. May I see your fangs for good measure? Hey girl, how many you get? Apologies for the wait. My fangs. Not a bad haul, even if I do say so myself. Are we gonna crush her or is she gonna have beaten us? 5, 6, 7. 7 fangs from Alisae. Which means that we have a draw. Valka also collected 7 fangs. She's getting too strong. She's getting too powerful. She's over here like, oh, I lost. And I'm over here like, oh my god. She could surpass me soon. Oh, why does this feel even worse than losing? Just another measly fang and victory would have been mine. Don't look so surprised. I've no intention of remaining lost in your wake forever, you know. I wouldn't have it any other way, girl. That's what I love about you. She's so good. So, children, You've now seen the Warrior of Darkness in action. What are your impressions? She's incredible, miss! The bats were down before they knew it! Our guards are strong, but the Warrior of Darkness is much, much stronger. We want to be just like her. Good. If you're looking for an example to emulate, you may as well pick the best. I want you to remember how you felt while you watched Valka, and train hard. Keep at it for long enough and you'll be strong too. If you don't mind telling us, when did you decide that you wanted to become Warriors of Light? Well, we were there listening with everyone when Ardbert appeared, but I've wanted to be strong since before I came to the Crystarium. The Sin Eaters killed my father and my sister C, and I promised myself I'd learn how to protect people one day. Like Ardbert said, this is our home. We're the ones who have to protect it. We're the ones who have to rise up as new Warriors of Light. What about you, Arkil? Me? To be honest, I'm not sure what I want to do. But if my friends were in trouble, I know that I'd want to help them. And I want to go on adventures with them, see the world together. That's a wonderful goal. You really think so? It's hard to explain, but it's something I felt when I saw the star shower the other day. I felt as though there was something I'd lost, and that I had to go out there and find it. Well, for the both of you, there's nothing for it but to train. When we return to the city, I'll teach you some exercises you can do by yourself. Look, our little twins, they're doing so good. Thanks for showing us your fighting skills, Warrior of Darkness. We'll never forget it. Bye, buddies! Heart-to-heart time? I understand how Arkil feels. The star shower didn't awaken me to Heidelin's voice, but that vision of the final days, of Almarat burning, it filled me with sadness, to the very pit of my being. Things I once knew, people I once loved, promises I once made. It felt as though long-forgotten memories were dancing on the edges of my mind. But when I try to focus on them, they simply fade away. An effect of having a fractured soul, I shouldn't doubt. But lest you worry, I'm perfectly happy to remain fractured and have no intention of donning an Ascian mask. I just wish we knew what Elidibus was plotting. Please tell me we get our memories back! Please tell me that because we are a more complete soul, we get to do some of that this patch, because that's all I want. That's all I want so bad. Oh my god, I want to see more of Almarat and like what role we played in it. That's my big hope for 5.3. But look at this pair of incurable brooders. If we're going to stand around lost in thought, we may as well do it back in the city. Oh, rest assured, Reen and I will take the children from here. Their heads will be in the clouds after meeting you, but we'll see to it their feet remain firmly planted on the ground. You okay? Not my girl, not my favorite best girl. Maybe Alphinaud. I love him, but not as much as Alisae. Maybe him. He can do this. Oh no. Oh, it's nothing. Just a dizzy spell. It seems I tried a little too hard to beat you. I'm fine now, not to worry. I'll see you soon. I am very worried. Oh, we're just doing more flashbacks to Ardbert. Oh, we get to have a little thought journey! As you ponder Alisae's words, you are taken by an urge to revisit the scene of that fateful meeting. Is the real Ardbert gonna talk to us again? I mean, we are one and the same now, right? We've become one soul. But I do wonder how much of the I guess, individuals remain, or like if we as an individual have been changed because Ardbert's personality has like merged back into ours, or if we somehow have all of these memories simultaneously as if we were like in different AUs almost, you know what I mean? Like in this AU, I was a man named Ardbert. I kind of looked like a graham cracker, but I had a heart of gold. Like, you know, something like that. I have no idea, because they definitely seem like individual entities, but we don't know yet exactly what the effects of these soul shards or fractures are and what happens when they're merged back in. Is it really that, you know, like a dominant personality just absorbs them and they're lost, or I don't know. I'm curious. Okay, let's go up. Let's go up. Oh, you know what? I did a big goof. There are just stairs that lead up there. There are just stairs. It is not connected to the upper floor, nor did I even go to the upper floor, so I did a lot of things very right, all at once. It's kind of nice, too, that they've given this to us, because as you, like, approach up, you get that full pan again of the Crystal Tower, which is an interesting touch. It just, like, keeps kind of lingering. Neko, you and I are going through this story together, you and me, friend. There's so many people up here. Look at everybody. Summon your inner Ardbert. No, it's the real one, isn't it? This is dead corpse Ardbert. Oh my god. Ah! Ah! Yes! Yes! Sorry, I took a screenshot! You can hear it!
Why am I... Was it you who called me here?
They're totally gonna reveal who the Warrior of Light was. We're totally gonna get more into it. What if we were friends, the Elidibus and everybody? They're totally gonna do it! Okay. Here we go. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's really happening. On behalf of the Convocation, I bid you welcome to our order. Yes! 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 At times you will stand with us. At times you will stand against us. All that you... Oh, I see. One more time. I'm gonna retake that line. At times you will stand with us. At times you will stand against us. All that you might steer mankind and the very star upon their true course. For yours is the seat of Elidibus, the emissary, and by this name shall your every action be guided. Oh, okay, so we're seeing Elidibus' memories, not our own. I want to see our memories. I mean, this is also good, but I want to see our memories. It is interesting getting a bit more lore here, though. With, like, people have, like, we've known that obviously these different sort of seats had different titles, and or the Asians take on these titles.
Memories. No matter. You will have found little of import. But I see you intended to summon me here no more than I intended to come. Such is the burden of hope.
I'm not gonna be able to take screenshots during this run. Anybody else a screenshot fiend? I can stop that nonsense. I'll use New Game Plus for it. Okay. Why must you embroil the people in your plans?
I merely avail myself of such tools as I require for the conflict to come. That which I do is no different from that which you have done so many times, Warrior of Darkness.
I mean, he's not wrong. We have rallied the forces, we have rallied the alliances, we've rallied the people, right? But, I mean, the difference is that we did that to hopefully buy them a better future, as opposed to, I don't know, lead to their entire doom and destruction of everything they ever held dear. But I know that the Asians are doing it because they want to bring back the people that they lost and, like, swore their own vows to, but... Oh.
I arm myself, I hone my skills, I make ready to vanquish my enemy. You. You who have murdered my brothers. Who have taken their selfless labors in service to the one true world and turned them to ash. I see you for what you are. You are death, and only in death shall you serve any purpose.
You are death to every other living thing that has been created because of what happened.
The Convocation charged me to steer mankind and the very star upon their true course. As Elidibus, it is my duty, and I shall see it done. I will strike you down.
So is he going to be the trial?
Destroy you body and soul. All else must wait. Ere long I will come for you, Warrior of Darkness. And I will save the world.
Wipe that stinky smile off your face.
One last matter. I bore witness to your final struggle with Emmet Selk. It seemed as if he saw something familiar in you.
Please, please tell me about what he saw. Please, I've been dying since the end. I've been dying since that.
As if he mistook you for another.
We are that another. We are that another. We are the dissenter. We have to be. Hythlodius called me his new old friend.
No. I recall not of whom he spoke. Mayhap I never knew you. Or mayhap it is another fragment lost.
Is it I don't know how, we don't know exactly how all this works, right? But is it possible that, like, somebody like the figure of the dissenter, right? With all of the stuff that happened and how the world, fractured and the different shards fractured and people's souls fractured, that there may just be gaps in everybody's memory? Like, even the Asians, maybe like we're seeing here, may not fully realize the picture of what occurred. They just have more of themselves than a lot of the others. I don't know.
Ah, I wasn't aware you already had a guest.
There's
If the conversation is constructive, I shall not intrude.
There's my boy! Oh, he's so glowy tonight! Hey, bud. Oh, you're gonna be just fine.
If you seek to stir up trouble, Elidibus, then I must insist you leave at once.
You're gonna be just fine. You're gonna be just fine. Nothing's gonna happen to you. You're totally okay. It won't be the same. It won't be the same if we have to go back on the source, back in time, sort of, kind of, timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly shenanigans and all that. Just to break out Grantia. This is our boy. That was from the trailer. What happened?
Though you lack her blessing, your soul is surprisingly dense.
Okay, so he was just feeling for his soul, is what he was doing, which made me poop myself for a second. I was like, they're not gonna kill him so soon into this, are they? I still have 5 hours left. Are you okay? Did he get his stink on you?
Worry not. I seem to be unharmed.
I mean, other than the whole rock candy creeping all over your body thing that's happening. Yeah, like that.
This is my own doing. The consequence of my recent exertions. It is the tower's way of compensating me for the demands I have placed on it.
No. No. Going back isn't worth it if this is what happens.
Rest assured, it is no great inconvenience at present. Indeed, I told Beck Lug as much, but they would not be persuaded and sent me away to rest.
Yeah, because you are not trustworthy and you make bad decisions for yourself. You want to help other people.
No need to make a fuss. Strange as it may sound, I consider it something of a badge of honor.
It is not worth sacrificing yourself just so that you can be of benefit to others. Take care of yourselves too, everybody. That's a life lesson. You have nothing left to give if you give it all to everybody else.
One of the brave souls who saw me delivered unto the first once said that the world shall ever have a place for tales of heroism so long as we have need of inspiration in our lives.
It's already gonna get me. This patch is already gonna get me.
Though he and his fellows had no way of knowing whether their mad scheme would amount to anything, they knew that the attempt alone would inspire hope. Or so they hoped. A more optimistic lot one would be hard-pressed to find. They said they would find a means to save our God's forsaken world, just as soon as they had sent me on my way. Said it with such confidence that, for a fleeting moment, I half believed them. Such faith, such courage in the face of unrelenting despair. For a long time, it was more than I could bear to remember them.
Especially right now, you know? I think so many people have felt like with everything happening in the world, it has been just a rough year, you know? Whether or not your life has even been directly affected as far as like family members or anybody contracting COVID, like just everything that's gone on has been one big crazy thing after another. But it's funny to me how 14 always seems to, in their writing, do exactly what they just said, you know, inspire hope and give us all something to kind of hope for. So that's really beautiful, and I got kind of emotional about it. But that's why I love this game. That's why I think a lot of us do.
But having come this far, having sent full many on their way myself, I see things more clearly. To take action is to hope. To believe, to choose to believe, is to take the first step towards a brighter future.
Yes, yes, yes.
And why do I tell you this? Because I want you to indulge me in a little recklessness.
You were very convincing, but I don't want you to hurt yourself.
Needless to say, I have a plan. And when all is said and done, I will ask yet another favor of you.
I feel like he's gonna ask us to go to the Crystal Tower in our world and set, like, himself free or something. I don't know.
You're both here. Oh, thank goodness.
What's wrong?
It's Thancred. He's collapsed.
Oh boy. We had to like get into Shadowbringers with all of the scions collapsing. Now we have to get out of Shadowbringers with all of the scions collapsing. My nose is a little bit sniffly because of allergies, and my eyes are kind of watery because of allergies too, and all the onions that I cut while multitasking and watching that cutscene, so don't mind me if I sniffle a little bit here. That was so good though. Oh, that was so good though. The fate seemed determined not to allow us a quiet moment. But come, let us have the details from Reen. You got anything more to say? The rest of our conversation must wait. Let us hear the situation from Reen. Okay, fine. Fraying threads. Reen's face is a picture of worry because bad stuff is happening. It happened after Alisae and I saw the children back to Spagirix. We chanced to meet Thancred there, returning from his mission. He'd been shadowing Elidibus around the realm, only to lose sight of him near the Crystarium. And he was in the middle of telling us where he'd been when he just crumbled to the ground. The Cherutians are looking after him now, with Alphinaud standing by just in case his healing magics are needed. Since I couldn't do anything to help, I thought it best to find you, and the guard at the Exedra told me where to look. I see. It cannot have been easy leaving Thancred's side. My thanks for bearing word to us. Come, let us hurry to Spagirix. The one thing that's this is funny. Okay, so we were talking about the combat music being a little bit jarring. That doesn't get me so much as when you have like a really dramatic moment and it's like, and then she died. Like every single time, I'm just like, guys, make it be quiet if it's a really dramatic moment. I don't need the traveling minstrel in the background wailing on his guitar. I'm gonna take a second just to clear all my sniffles. This part can be edited out.